Welcome back to our legal channel on YouTube. I am Advocate Tabassum Sheikh from Expert Jurist LLP. Today in this video, I will be discussing with you the concept of muta marriage. Muta, in literal sense, it means use or enjoyment. But in legal context, it means the temporary marriage. The marriage which duration is fixed by the agreement between the parties. Now this muta marriage, it may be for a day, for a week, for a month. It is basically fixed by the agreement. In Arabs, this marriage was very common before and at the time of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But finally, Prophet Muhammad, he declared this marriage as unlawful. So this marriage is not recognized under the Sunni law. Under Sunni law, a marriage contracted between the parties should not be restricted to the duration, and the words used at the time of proposal and acceptance, it denotes an immediate and permanent union. Hence, such marriage under the Sunni law is void. But the Shia school of law, that is Ithna Ashari school, they recognize muta marriage. Now let's see the essentials of the muta marriage as to validate this marriage. So the first one is the parties must be capable or must be in a capacity to enter into the contract of muta marriage. They must be sound mind, or they must have attained the age of puberty. The second one is that the party should not fall within the degree of prohibited relationship. It means the marriage, the relationship in which the marriage is void, they must not fall in such relationship. The third one is that the contract of muta marriage, it must specify the fixed period of marriage. It means that the period of cohabitation must be fixed, as well as the dower, it also must be fixed. What if the period of cohabitation is not fixed but dower is fixed? Then in such case, this marriage will take a form of permanent marriage, that is nikah. Okay, the contract will be valid in the form of permanent marriage. Okay, but it would be void with regard to the muta marriage. For example, A and B, A is the wife and B is the husband, they both enter into the muta marriage. Okay, but wherein the period of cohabitation, that how long this marriage will last, is not specified, then this marriage, it would be considered as void with regard to the muta marriage, but it will be valid. This contract will be valid and it will take a form of permanent marriage, that is nikah. The fourth one is that if the period is fixed, if the period of cohabitation is fixed, if the period is specified in the contract but the dower is not fixed, then this whole contract would be void. It means this contract will have no effect. It would be considered as zero. Okay. So now what is dower? Dower is basically, it is a sum of money or the property which the wife is entitled to receive from the husband in consideration of marriage. So to sum up all, we can conclude that muta marriage is fixed, the period of cohabitation is fixed, and dower is a must. Okay, if the dower is not paid to the wife, then the whole of the contract is void. Okay, the whole of the muta marriage will be considered as void. The next one is that a Shia male can contract this muta marriage only with a woman who is a Muslim, a Christian, or Jewish, or a woman who is a fire worshipper, and not any other woman belonging to any other religion. But what about the woman? A Shia female, she can contract such muta marriage only with a Muslim man and not with any other religion. Now let's discuss some important points of muta marriage. Muta marriage, it does not confer upon the husband or the wife any mutual rights of inheritance. It means that the parties cannot claim anything or inherit from property. But the child arise from such marriage, they are entitled to the property, or they can inherit from their parents. The next one is that if the marriage is not consummated, okay, then the wife is entitled to half of the dower. But if the marriage is consummated, then she is entitled to full dower. Even the husband leave the wife or put an end to the marriage before the expiry of the period by making a gift of the term to the wife, and that gift of the term is known as hibai muddat. Means if the husband he leave that wife before the expiry of the term, then he will pay some gift, or he will make some gift to that woman. Now what if the woman, she leaves the husband before the end of contract or before the expiration of the period of marriage? Then in such scenario, the woman is entitled to the proportionate dower. It means the husband, he can deduct the dower which is paid to the wife. Okay, now in this marriage, the woman is not entitled to maintenance under the personal law, that is under the Shia law. But the court held, in case of Luddin versus Mirza, the court held that the wife is entitled to the maintenance according to the Criminal Procedure Code. Now the next one is that in this marriage, the husband, he can marry to any number of women. In such marriage, the number of the women is not restricted only to 4 wives like that in case of nikah or a permanent marriage. But in case of muta, a Shia male is at liberty to contract marriage with any number of wives. The next one is this: in this marriage, there is no right of divorce. Under this marriage, there is no right for divorce. The parties cannot opt for divorce to dissolve the marriage. So how the marriage will dissolve? First, the first one is that after the expiry of the period specified in the contract. The second one is by the will of the husband. It means that he can put an end to the marriage by making a gift of the term to the wife, even before the period expired of this marriage. So this was all about the muta marriage. Hope so that you have understood this marriage, So this was all about the muta marriage. Hope so that you have understood the concept of muta marriage. So my dear friends, for more such videos and information, please like this video, share it, and don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.
Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.